Today is cryptocurrency payday. Welcome to day 36 of the Savage Cash podcast. Here with me, Supoman. Now, in yesterday's podcast, I said to you that BitShares was a worthy punt based on what I had heard about BitShares being an undervalued coin at the moment. Now, as I showed you yesterday, I bought BitShares at 10 cents. And yesterday it was at 15 cents. And then overnight, it has just continued to climb. It's continued to climb and now it is worth 22 cents. So literally, in the space of about 36 hours, I have made double and a bit on my initial investment. Yes! What a day. And I told you, with BitShares, this was a good buy. A good, cheap buy. And I hope you listened. Now, my favourite subject, which most of you will know, is Steam. And today, Steam has really climbed. Now, I told you, literally the other day, that we reached a peak, the price of Steam went down, like it did right here, and I said another peak is going to be coming. And it has. It has. And Steam has now reached its best price ever. $2.78. And climbing. And climbing. On Poloniex, there's a hell of a lot of green today. Apparently, people are in the mood to buy and speculative buy for the weekend. Now, there is one thing that I do need to inform you of, and that is Digibyte. Look at Digibyte. It has tanked. And you're probably going to be thinking, well, Supoman, you know, the whole Minecraft update thing, that's coming out tomorrow, so why is it tanking? There is a big reason why it's tanking, okay? It's been tanking over the course of the day, literally because of this Citibank competition. They didn't win it. They didn't win it. The results were announced literally about an hour or so ago, and the community has heard about it and has since started to just sell their Digibyte. So Digibyte was going right up yesterday, and I was saying on my YouTube comments, I was saying, Digibyte's going up, Digibyte's going up. And then they lost this competition. The prize went to somebody else. They, as far as I'm aware, are going to be involved in another Citibank competition next month. So this is a potential good buy and hold whilst they are getting involved in all these different ventures. However, the price has significantly dropped. It's likely to drop even more as the community hears about it. Now, it all depends really on, you know, the domino impact, okay? Because what happens is that a lot of speculative buyers, a lot of the newbies are speculative buyers. A lot of the newbies are thinking, oh, there's some green, let's buy some, okay? So last night, there was a lot of speculative buys going on with Digibyte. And then what happened is that the community, the actual community that is in the know, the community I'm part of that's in the know, has found out that the Digibyte competition, the Citibank competition, has been unsuccessful. And so they have started to basically dump it. They've basically started to cash out the Bitcoin that they had in Digibyte. And so what's happened then is the speculative buyers, the newbies, have also kind of jumped ship. And so the value will continue to fall. I can see it falling and falling and falling, particularly as America starts to wake up around about now when I do my podcasts. And what happens is that it's just going to potentially fall and fall. Now, it has got, on the plus side, it's still got the Minecraft update coming out tomorrow. So there is every likelihood that there could be some buys. There could be. However, I think a lot of people, particularly the community, were more excited about the fact Digibyte was in this Citibank competition rather than about Minecraft, okay? Because probably most don't even know what Minecraft is, never played it. But Minecraft is one of the best games of all time. It's probably one of the biggest kids games ever. Ever, ever, ever. And even I like it as an adult. So the fact it's available on a private server gives it some credibility. So it's up to you, really. What is your gut telling you? Do you want to cash out or do you want to stick with it? I'm personally going to stick with it because that is the game I like to play. I know, personally speaking, Digibyte will have its day again. And I got Digibyte at such a stupidly low price that anything I make is a profit. Okay, now if it tanks too much, then I probably will go out of it. But As long as it doesn't tank to half of what it is right now, I will keep it. I will keep it. And I think that Digibyte is definitely a very, very exciting cryptocurrency for the future. But if we go up to the top of the table, look at BitShares just sitting proud. Now, I wanted to talk to you about ICOs because I have just invested in an ICO. Now, I'm not going to tell you what that ICO is because essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as a treat for people who have signed up for my cryptocurrency investment course, okay? And I am going to film it as a lecture. Now, today, actually, funnily enough, I hadn't even looked at this question. As an instructor of a course, I get sent questions. And somebody, as Alan has asked me, how does one buy a CEO? These have the best potential for growth, but how do we get in at the beginning? So that is what I am going to film. I'm going to film a complete tutorial on how to buy an ICO, how to discover an ICO, where to find them, where to research them, why you should invest in them, what kind of factors impact your decision to buy an ICO. I am going to cover it in a tutorial that I'm going to film over the next couple of days. And I am going to show you the example of me buying into an ICO, which I did today. I bought a cryptocurrency that is not available anywhere at the moment, okay? And it probably won't be available for a good couple of weeks whilst the ICO accumulates value. Now, essentially, this ICO is going up 0.1 cent every day. So the earlier you get it, the better, okay? The better. So that is what I'm going to be covering in this course, the cryptocurrency investment course, because I want to make sure that anybody who has, you know, the 276 students that have been interested and motivated enough to learn from this course, I am going to provide this tutorial and provide them with the actual coin in case they want to get involved too. All right, so if you're interested in it, get involved by enrolling into the cryptocurrency investment course for literally £10 or $10. Now, as you probably have guessed, I'm English, and so this will display in my currency, but if you're in the US or in another country, this will be $10 or the equivalent of it in your country, okay? As long as you click on the link in the description, okay? That will take you to a discount because this is ordinarily worth $195. And I can tell you right now that the information contained in this course is worth it. All right. So BitShares, I foresee it still having some good legs. Okay. Because this has unlocked the speculative value. Okay. So let's have a look on Poloniex. On Poloniex, it's number 2. Yesterday it was in the top 3 and it's still in the top 3. What's going to happen is that as Americans wake up, they are going to start investing. This really starts to gain traction in the evening for me in the UK. I saw this kind of being quite steady yesterday. So when I filmed the video yesterday and I put it on YouTube, it was going up steadily throughout the day. And then all of a sudden in the evening, boom! In the evening, boom! It went right up. Okay? Now, Steam is it's just magic. I've told you already that Steam has such incredible potential. Okay, and Steam is at, like I showed you, Steam has been at 278 today and rising. The US are waking up and they are going to start getting on their laptops. They are going to be going on to Poloniex. They are going to be seeing the value of the cryptocurrency. They're going to see the value of Steam. They're going to see the value of BitShares, and they're just going to go for it potentially. Okay, so Steam, as I've told you multiple times, is such a worthy investment. And people have said to me in the comments, right? They said, oh, I bought at $2.58. Yeah, am I going to lose all my money now? Am I going to lose it? No, I told you. Did I not tell you that Steam was going to go back up? Okay, it went down to about $2, and now it's shot up to $2.78. And I see this going well past $2.78. This is just a joke, okay? Whilst people are actually understanding what Steam is all about, then they are going to start making more investments in Steam. There's going to be more supply bought, okay? So what else do I think has been good? So this is really just a catch-up from yesterday, because yesterday I told you about BitShares, and I told you about Lisk as well, and Lisk continues to soar. So this time, yes, this is where we were at yesterday. What did I tell you? Boom! It's gone right up. Somebody said to me yesterday, LBRY credits is very similar to Steam. And I'm inclined to go with that because LBRY credits appears to be doing really well as a cryptocurrency. It's surged over the last few days. It's stayed relatively constant up here. And I foresee it basically following the same pattern here. Now, when you do cryptocurrencies for a while, you are quite inquisitive when it comes to patterns, okay? Because you notice patterns forming. I notice patterns forming. What I tend to see is there's a spike and a slight dip, then there's a spike and a slight dip, and then there's a spike and a slight dip. That tends to be how all of these cryptocurrencies work. So basically, you get the spike, you get the speculative people dropping off, and then all of a sudden, it's not dropped too low, and then all of a sudden, people are thinking, oh, this is here to stay. Let's buy back. They buy back. Short spike. Goes down again because it's not exactly reached the height of the initial spike. So it goes down, and then, boom, reaches a big spike. And then again, people start selling because they just can't hang on to anything. This is what frustrates me about people in the cryptocurrency game. Everybody plays it differently. And that is why we're all equals, okay? As I've said before, we're all equals because nobody knows how a value is going to be over days and days, okay? People can speculate because of news coming out and, you know, and what they know the community knows, and they can make a good punt based on that. But a lot of people do see the rise and they just cash out. They cash out. They dump the stock, okay? And then it dumps the value just like that, okay? Now, my approach to cryptocurrencies is almost as if, like, let's say I joined on the first day that Poloniex came out and all these markets, all these different coins came out. If I had invested, let's say 0.1 of a Bitcoin on 10 different coins, then I would see that the value of my portfolio would now have skyrocketed. Because every single cryptocurrency has its up days and its down days. And this is what I talk about in playing the market in this cryptocurrency course. Playing the market is a way of hedging your bets. It's a way of being able to make big gains, but then when the losses come, you are keeping those balanced through the gains that you have made in certain cryptocurrencies. So playing the market is a good way to hedge your bets. And my whole approach when I am betting on tons of coins is to do some research into them, make sure that they have got some potential, make sure the technology or the platform or the community behind them has some credibility and is something that I want to personally get involved in. And then I make my bets, okay? And then I just wait. And some days they'll be good, some days they'll be bad. If we go down to the bottom, Digibyte was the cryptocurrency of the week last week. Ripple was the cryptocurrency of all time a few weeks ago. Everybody was blowing up about Ripple. Stratis was massive a few weeks ago, not doing well so far. Doge also was doing really well a few days ago. It was doing really well, and now it's gone down slightly. Potcoin has gone down as well, and also made Safecoin. Yet a week, and Ethereum Classic. Yet a week ago, they were all up here. So playing the market is actually a really good way of betting on cryptocurrencies. Because what happens is when the good ones have a bad day, then the ones at the bottom will have a good day and you will balance it out. So you're hedging your bets essentially. But I just really wanted to tell you today that Steam is on the rise. Okay, Steam is back in business and BitShares is still thriving. And I love what's happening with these cryptocurrencies at the moment. I am sticking with BitShares for a bit until the value starts to sink. I have made double my money with BitShares. With Steam, wow. With Steam, I've made $2 whole since this point. I have basically times my investment by 4 times, okay? And when I looked at the value of my holdings today, oh, it was so sweet. Oh, it was so sweet to be able to see essentially the value of my holdings was so high. Yet when I bought during the crash, which happened literally 2 weeks ago, I said to people, buy while the price is low. And Steam was one of the golden nuggets I got out of that. And so was Digibyte. They were two golden nuggets I got out of it. And it's so good when I was at a really low position there. The value of my holdings was so low. I looked at it and I thought, it's been cut by 50% from the previous day. And now it is times 6 from where it was. Because of some really good investments. Okay. So, luckily, I have put a lot of money into BitShares because I cashed out. I cashed out my Blitz cash, which I had a load of Blitz cash, and I cashed it all out and put it all in BitShares. And now today I have nearly half a bloody Bitcoin in BitShares. So with the ICO that I've invested in, I am really excited about that ICO. It's not available right now, and what's happening is because the price is going up every day, for anybody who hears about this ICO, then what happens is that, you know, when it actually goes onto the market, it's going to be at a higher price than I got it at. So, you know, even if, because at the moment it is about 1 cent, it's 1 cent, okay? So even if it goes up to $1, I have basically made 10 times my investment. If it goes up to $10, I've made 100 times, and so on and so on. Which is why it's really good to get in on an ICO early. And like I said, if you join into the Cryptocurrency Investment Course 2017, then you will be able to know the ICO that I have invested in. And ICOs, I think, are the way to go. So, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I also hope that you got some BitShares and that you got some Steam, and that you are now sitting pretty with a ton of money. With Digibyte, I would err on the side of caution, okay? Watch the price. You know, it may be a good time to get out before it goes down too much. So, thank you for being with me here on day 36. I am delighted that you have been with me for so long, and I will see you in the next video.